So, my hair's a complete mess. This framing is all off. There we go. Hello. So this week, we're going to be talking about the movie that just came out, The Odds. And one of the stars of The Odds, Abhay Deol, is going to join me. Hi, Apurva, who produced it. How's it going? So Abhay's here. He's just got a request to join me. No, never, no. Oh, Abhay, there we go. I'm getting a few hundred requests, but I don't want to talk with anyone. I want to talk with Abhay. And here we go. Here we go. Is it going to join? I hope his internet works. Hey, bro.
Hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm all right.
Are you wearing shades indoors like a proper rock star?
It's for your show. Like, I got dressed up. What else are you going to fucking see? So I thought, okay, let me dress my face.
Mate, your face is so pretty. Why does it need dressing? What are you talking about, dude?
Because it's dressed.
Hi, Monica. How's it going? Monica's saying hi. Hi, Fawzia. Hi.
Can you hear me all right? Should I put my headphones on?
You sound great. Hi, Ambika. You sound fine, bro. You sound totally fine. I can see you. I can hear you. This is way better than our actual phone calls.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Hey, Mega. Mega's here, the director. Director Saab herself.
The whole team has joined in.
The queen. Yes. How you doing, bro? You well?
I'm doing well, yeah. Just relaxing. You know, it's the lockdown. Well, Goa's still all right.
Mm-hmm.
I was swimming. I had some friends over. It's been a really easy day, actually, to be honest, for me. The film came out, as you know, and so we have a crew and PR WhatsApp group. So that's been blowing up.
Nice.
I saw one good review. I was like, oh fuck, we got a good review. Oh, can I say F word?
Yeah, we can swear. We can swear. It's actually down to you and how you want to appear. I mean, I can swear. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, so I was like, fuck, we're getting a good review.
Dude, was that the review on NDTV?
Yeah.
That was beautiful. I read that and I was like, people understand it. That's awesome.
Yeah, I was very pleased with that. Yes.
What's Monica saying? Monica's saying, okay, Abhay, Robin, how epic your life is in your mansion in Goa, you bastard, basically.
Who said that?
Monica.
Yeah, I know. She's been dying to come here, and I've been sending her videos of my pool and the sunset and, you know, lounging.
You've been sending me those videos as well.
I sent you one as well.
Yes. Yes. And by the way, Mega just says we have other good reviews, you idiots.
We do? Oh my goodness. Hey! I'm a jaded old fart now, so you know.
Oh, dude, Priyanka just says take your shirt off, Abhay.
Oh, Priyanka, that's for us in private. Come on. I thought you don't want to share me with the world. What is this? I'm not a slut, okay? Like, I have feelings sometimes.
I mean, to be fair, on the very first, okay, so What Are the Odds is out right now on Netflix, which is a movie that Abhay is I wouldn't say you're the star actually, because it's Yashaswini and Karan, that's right. Karan's are the two stars.
Yeah.
And
Karan,
you're kind of the vehicle, right? The star vehicle.
Me along with Film Caravan with the producers on it. I have acted in it, yes. You know, Megha thought that role is something that I should do and can do. And I was like, okay, whatever, let's see what it takes to get this film made. It's not easy making, you know, this kind of stuff. What do you laugh at?
And I'm just laughing at everyone that we know is saying show bobs. Like all of the women we know is saying show boobs. So I'm going to show bobs. There's my boobs.
Well, there you go.
They're asking you. You got to do it too, bro.
Me?
Monica says it's a radical act against the patriarchy.
I'm not paid enough for that. You're like, you have to pay me for my stripping.
Their basket. But that's it, actually. So that's the point. So you ended up in this. You're in this film, and Mega, bless her, invited me to be in it for some fucking reason because I'm not anything except for an idiot, really.
She's very bright, so she chose me. I mean, come on.
Yeah. And the thing is that I'm quite blissfully ignorant about a lot of things to do with people. So we didn't actually meet, and I didn't know anything about you. I was quite ignorant of all these things. And our first scene together, I lick your face.
Mm-hmm. It was a nice introduction. I was like, oh, I guess we're intimate now. I don't need to. We've already moved to like second base in the hello. You had me at.
Yeah. I mean, that was the thing. Because I work in music and I have, a lot of friends that I work with. My motivation to playing your manager was what would I do to my own bandmates? You know what I mean? So that's why I just grabbed your face and had to lick it.
My manager does exactly the same thing.
Awesome.
So,
Awesome.
for method acting, like it was real. All managers lick the client's face. I mean,
it has to be done.
Yeah.
It has to be done.
Days, with the coronavirus, it's like, yeah.
That's true. This is before social distancing.
In case you fall ill, let me take some of that.
Hi, Shruti. Shruti is joined. Hassan, who was on my...
Shruti, the last time I met her, I think I was in Goa. She needs to come down as well. Everybody needs to come and see me.
And now social distancing just, ruins it.
I saw some mouth kissing and licking and...
I mean, that's true. This film is a coming-of-age story. But
is it Megha? What is it?
It's just the whole odd squad, I think. I think we're all we're all into it. I was going to say it's more of a young adult film than a children's film, for sure.
Well, there's the debate on that. I think Megha would completely disagree and say it's a children's film. And
it's got the word fuck in it, and it's got the word piss in it.
Yeah, and I guess she would argue that kids say fuck and piss all the time now. And it's not unheard of to hear a 12-year-old or a 13-year-old now. So,
that's true.
If you were to stick to reality, then you would hear them say these words. Well, maybe not a lot, but, like sort of with a little bit of guilt and, giggle like, oh, I said the F word.
So reality is in like, snowing in Bombay or red tracksuits or all of these things.
Oh, yeah, there's...
Oh, no, Abhay's frozen. I hate bringing it back.
It's just a Tuesday, you know what I mean?
Sorry, bro, what was that?
That's just a Tuesday in Bombay.
Oh, that's true. That is true. That is true. Fair enough. It is often snowing in Bombay.
Yeah. Where do you think Wes Anderson got his ideas from? Megha.
This is very true. Megha is actually pretty damn good at coming up with this stuff. So how did you guys meet? How did you get involved in this project, actually?
Well, she'd come to me with this script, and she didn't have a producer and stuff like that. And I was like, well, let me take a shot at it. And I introduced her to Pooja and Apurva at Film Caravan, and they really liked the script. And then, yeah, I just kind of took off from there. It's hard to I've been working in this independent space now for so long that it's just like you meet so-and-so, okay, so-and-so's got money, okay, let's do this. And then, I mean, it's teamwork, nothing gets done on its own, but you got to get the right people together.
I was just going to say, the vibe on that set was beautiful. It was really lovely.
Yeah, and we had fun. My actors were just amazing. Of course, we have Yash and Karan, but with Monica and Manu, who I've worked with for so long in a couple of movies, Priyanka.
Yeah.
I mean, my scenes were obviously with Monica and Yash.
And with me, you basket.
Huh?
And with me, basket.
Yeah. Somehow I forget you. I don't know why.
Oh, thanks. I'm fucking flattered, bro. Thank you.
No, you haven't
Cheers.
spent time with me.
That's true. Although I've got to say, the last time I saw you was in Bombay last year, right?
Yeah.
And then I was meant to have met you in LA or something, and that didn't happen either.
That didn't happen.
So one of the prerequisites for these chats that I'm doing is that have I been drunk around the person? Have they dealt with me being a basket to them? And absolutely, that happened.
On the set, that when you were being a DJ, you were method acting. It's like, I'm a drunk DJ.
I was actually. This is the thing. I was music cueing the band in on their timings and stuff. So I wasn't actually DJing as such. I was trying to cue you guys in. Do you remember that whole thing where you had to sing and stuff?
Yeah, I remember. Oh my God, do I remember?
That was fun. So you forgot about me, you bastard. All that intimate time and you forgot about me. Cheers.
You know I love you. I'll never forget about you. I treasured every moment. I just make fun of you because
you say that to all your co-ladies, don't you? You bastard. Just me.
Just the ones. Just a few that are special.
But listen, man. I mean, that's the thing is that you've okay. So, like I said, I knew nothing about you. Then I had to do some research doing this. And I was like, oh shit, you're from a whole family thing. And a lot of our friends have that same sort of legacy thing. Like say Anushka Shankar has a dad, Shruti, another dear friend, has her dad, and all that kind of stuff. And it's really interesting.
Fucks, all of us.
You what?
We're all privileged little fucks, all of us.
Oh yeah, totally. But then you're also not a bunch of assholes. You're actually really genuinely lovely people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Which is quite, you know, like I said, my ignorance is my protective layer in Bombay when I work, because I'm just like, I don't really give a shit about anything except for you as a person, and you're dope. So striking out away from, I was just striking out away from that family legacy must have been quite tough, no?
Well, I mean, it's a double-edged sword. There's good and there's bad.
Yeah.
So at the beginning, you had to kind of make an identity for yourself. It's more difficult to carve your own sort of space when you have a family that has already got their image. So you have to try that much harder, particularly in an industry which we as a culture are very traditional. So the tendency is to just follow tradition and package the kids in the image of the father, you know. So that is something that people from outside of the industry don't have to deal with. Yeah. But then some of the good things is that there's immediate recall of the name. So while you may have a higher bar to hit, but you also have the advantage of people being aware of you. They instantly will know, oh, so-and-so son or nephew or whatever. So you can kind of see the good and the bad. And my thing was, it was tough in the beginning, but then I met a lot of filmmakers who were also early in their career, and they were kind of ready to sort of be troopers and, you know, go in a direction that no one else was. Yeah. And this is like 2007, 8, 9, you know. They want whatever amount of experimentation or going away from the mainstream they're doing today. They were not doing any of that 10, 12 years ago. Yeah.
And I think that's quite nice that you can all grow together. And speaking of which, it's great that you give room to two young actors like Yashaswini and Karan that are on this chat right now. Big up the Odd Squad. Yeah, this is quite lovely.
Where are they?
They're in the chat. Actually, Nitin Soni is here as well. Go on, Nitin. How's it going, bro?
Hey.
It's quite a nice combination of people. You know, actually, I realized that if we were doing this, if the world wasn't in lockdown, we'd all be somewhere getting shit-faced together.
Please don't say that, because I've been thinking that all day. Like, ever since I put the last night we did that premiere on the phone, you know, all of us. And yeah, exactly what you said has been playing on my mind the whole day. And even as I was calling you to connect with you, I was like, we would have been doing this live, you know, maybe in London, who knows, you know.
I think we would have done it everywhere. Bombay for sure.
Yeah.
And then we would have gone to Goa for a bit of a laugh too, I'm sure.
We would have finished it in Goa.
The after party, whenever they go.
The after party after all the parties.
Yeah. And it would have just been me and you putting the world to rights.
Yeah.
Probably, which is kind of what this is. So yeah. I mean that's the thing. It's kind of good of you to not be a celebrity asshole and give young actors space as well. Do you know what I mean? Because you could so easily be that dickhead, but you're not.
Well, the thing is, I'm not a competitive person. And by that what I mean to say is, I believe that what I can give, you cannot, and what you can give, I cannot. When you have that outlook, then you kind of want to give everybody space. Then the competition isn't so much, will I do the same thing better than you, as much as, well, will I give something that you give, as well as something as good as what you gave? Yeah. That becomes really good fun. And so I look to collaborate. With actors, it is tricky. I mean, I've been around for a while now, and these kids are just starting out, you know. But yeah, at some point you just have to. I mean, I have from the beginning been live and let live. Let me do my thing, you do yours. But as I would look at older actors, I would imagine they should be secure in where they are, and allow other people to shine. How else is things going to change or grow, you know, into something? You have to support, you have to nurture, so that you know the bar is constantly raised. You don't want to be where you were 10 years ago, and for that you have to listen to the younger talent, give them the space, and allow them. I kind of early in my career, because I just took on so much and so many people, and there was no support system. So I think that also makes me a bit more protective now of younger talent, because I understand where they're coming from, and I've had to fight to keep my individuality. So
Yeah.
I kind of make an effort to allow young talent to find their voice as opposed to tell them how they should sound. I want to listen to what they're saying, and then at best, you know, give my inputs from what I know, what may or may not work, but I always give reason, and it's exciting. It's fun to see what comes out of it.
Yeah.
You know, I love seeing other actors perform, and I love seeing other new directors with a voice unique to them. How sad it would be to just say, "All right, now you got to add 5 songs, and there has to be one item number, and it has to be all like in Hindi and blah blah blah." We have none of that in this film.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. I saw a comment fly by saying, "Is it available on Netflix in the UK?" And the answer is yes, everywhere. Just type in "What are the odds?" ? And it will come up all over the world.
The OTT platforms is that you're available all around the world. It's not theatrical, so yeah, I think 160 countries.
That's amazing.
Yeah, right. God bless.
That's amazing. Wow. But that's it. Yeah. I think the other thing that I really liked about this is that it was a secure set for everyone on it, and it was just really, really wholesome and loving. And I've been on a couple of other sets before, and like they can be a little restrictive. I think I put that down to Megha being such a good, wholesome person herself, and a great director.
It's important for all the people at the head of the departments to just kind of set the tone. So the actors of Karan and Yash were great. Like, they were there doing the job, and they're hard workers. Megha was always kind of having fun and keeping the mood light on set. She knew what she wanted. That helped. And so with me and Pooja and Apurva, we just was like, okay, this is great. Like, let's just make sure things run smoothly.
Yeah.
And to be very honest, filmmaking it's a process, and it's not like you're a painter with just you on the canvas. You have to coordinate, you have to manage, and emotions do run up and down on set. It's not like they don't. But as long as, at the end of the day, why are you here? To finish the job. So can we just finish it in the most efficient and chilled out way possible? And what I think is with our group, and it's happening more often now than not, is that people are aware of the fact that they have a wonderful fucking job. Like, they genuinely are aware of the fact that they're lucky to be here and where they are. Even if they're not making a lot of money from it, they get into exactly what they wanted, because they could really very easily be on XYZ big studio set and be dictated as to what they should be doing, and not being nurtured to what they can potentially do. So I think people recognize that. And and then I guess the rest of it was just banter. I think we all sort of had this sense of humor that's kind of dry and dark. Yeah.
Which is quite in line with the film as well, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think anybody who didn't get it would have been on the set.
Because they would have walked straight the fuck off as well. They're like, yeah, I'm not going to be part of this. This is a bit too weird.
Yeah.
I do have lots of fond memories of that. In fact, I want to go to some questions because they've come up here, and they are rubbish. Okay, listen, guys. If anyone's watching and wants to ask us a question, there's a little question mark button at the bottom, and you can ask Abhay or myself any questions you want to. And don't just say, Abhay, you're my favorite actor. Abhay, say my name. Abhay, take your shirt off. Ask a proper question, no?
Do you have a third nipple?
You know what? I thought I did, but it was way too low down to be a nipple.
Ah, that's funny.
Dude, did you sing on the soundtrack, by the way? Did you do any tracks, or was that all?
I know. I mean, I did.
I'm sure that you're on one of them, no?
Yeah, because there's one that I do sing in the sense. Yeah, there's a scene in which Yash is performing and I sing along.
Doesn't she hate being called Yash?
She hates it, right?
Yeah.
So what should we call her? Winnie?
Yashaswini. Winnie.
That's wrong.
Winnie. Yashaswini. What is your nickname, actually, Yashaswini? What does your mom and dad call you?
They don't call.
No, not you, Basket. I'm talking to her, if she's still watching.
Oh, yeah.
Bloody self-centered bastard.
I'm an actor.
Oh, that's true. Oh, by the way, actually, can I tell them the story?
Which one?
The one about the picture of this whole chat.
Oh, yeah, sure, whatever.
So I basically, because of this COVID times, and it's just basically me on my phone, I put together all the images for this, and I said to him, send me a shot. and I put the logos on it and the text, sent it back, and he's like, "Can you make me look better? Is there a magic button you can press to make me look?"
No, like they have these apps and all, none of filters and the whatnot. Apparently, don't you know? Get with the program.
I fucking did it, bro. I made you look good and smooth.
I think it's called. I don't know. I really don't know what that is, but yeah.
Dude, I don't have Marvel Studios de-aging technology on my fucking phone, man. What do you want me to do, bastard?
Get with the program. Like push up a button. It's easy. Just download an app and it'll do it for you.
It worked though. You were happy with the image that went out.
Yeah, it was all right. You could do better. I expect much better next time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. But yeah, sorry, interjected. You're on one of the tracks on the soundtrack, which is not a love song, not a love song, the acoustic version, which is in the party scene, right?
Yeah, exactly. That one I did. Yes.
was that recording taken straight from the one on set, or like?
Yeah, it was. I didn't go to a studio to record that. Because it also sounds better when it's, kind of in the scene, in that environment. You get how it is with the music. So you get the sound of what it sounds like in the room. But
yeah,
I mean, I don't really count it as singing, to be honest. It's singing within a scene. Okay, big deal.
Oh, I've got pictures of us all in the trailer where you were rehearsing that. I completely forgot about that.
Sure.
So it's you. Show how? What? I would just pull it out my pocket, bastard.
Okay.
I can't do that. I'll send it to you privately. I've just realized I've got a picture of you, me, Monica, Yashaswini, and Sagar in the trailer trying to rehearse that song.
Oh, I want to see.
Because that was the party. That was the party thing. And actually, I'm not going to say what I did on that set.
Please don't.
No, I won't. But I was very mischievous. I was just so badly behaved on that. It was amazing.
I don't. I mean, if your audience doesn't mind, I don't mind.
I just basically, I remember sort of sneaking a hip flask onto set because acting, I couldn't get over this. Acting is just such a fucking nightmare. I can't deal with how you guys do this. It's such a fucking annoying thing to do, like reading the same thing 25 times again and again and again, waiting for hours.
Jesus. After 3, I get okay, are we done yet? I'm sorry.
Exactly.
It's I guess it's something that you must love to do in order to do it, right? Yeah. Second, I think it is that sort of you're prepared, you know what you're supposed to say,
right?
But you're supposed to take all of that, throw it out, and come in as though you're saying it for the first time. There's a sense of chaos that you kind of thrive on, I suppose. I mean, in that chaos, something beautiful comes out. And also, when you have another actor who responds really well and has the timing, then I think it's the unpredictability of what happens in that moment when you've come prepared. And that's what differentiates. I mean, I don't like saying good and bad actors, but I just find that everybody can act, but not everybody can be an actor. If that makes any sense. I could put the camera on you and you can just be yourself and you might be great being yourself. And you could probably do a few films too. But that doesn't necessarily make you an actor. Not everybody
100%.
Right?
That's exactly what happened in this film.
That's
exactly what happened. Actually, the one shot between us, which is before the fight thing, and this is ridiculous. It's you talking to me. I didn't even know they were fucking shooting.
Yeah.
So it's me and you talking about missing the cues, and I was like, "Fuck you, dude," and it made it in. I was like, "Oh shit!" I was acting without realizing because you tricked me into it, you bastard. It was amazing.
That's the best. It's the best way to get the most natural performance out. A lot of the time, after a while, you kind of pick this up. I look for accidents.
Okay.
Sorry, my phone is going to die. I'm trying to put on a power source. I look for accidents because accidents make that unpredictability natural. It's actually. So, for example, I was doing a scene. I guess I shouldn't take names, but it was really funny. There was this one actress I was working with, and she told me about how she has this problem with dry eyes.
Right.
And she says, sometimes when I get nervous, I don't blink, and then my eyes start to water. So the scene that I was doing with her next was when she reveals, that's the plot twist, so to speak. She kind of stabs me in the back.
Okay.
And she's trying to tell me it's my fault that I asked for it, so to speak. And as she's speaking, her eyes started to water. And now she's actually a villain in the piece, but that teardrop made it look like she was dying of guilt from inside, when actually it was just dry eyes. And I was thinking in my head, this looks awesome, but I know because she's conscious of this, she's going to be like, cut, 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 cut. Exactly what she did. And the director was like, why are you saying cut? My eye was watering. He's like, yeah, but it looked beautiful, love. It looked like subtle acting. So yeah, sometimes accidents just happen on their own, unintentionally, and sometimes, and a lot of actors who are really good with their craft, who know their craft, they kind of will take even a little pause, a little diversion from script, and make use of it and make something else out of it. So without changing the meaning, but completely changing the execution. You see, and all that can happen in the moment, and that's what's fun about acting. That's what makes it interesting for me, at least. So being prepared, like for me, prepared is basically I've read the script, I read the scene, but when I block before shoot, I kind of remember my lines as I'm blocking. You know, I don't have to mug the lines.
When you say blocking, that means like camera positioning and where you are in the...
Yeah, so like you and I are having a conversation. We walk into a room, we take our places. You know, you make a coffee, we finish chatting, and then I leave. If all of that is in the scene, then you know we'll start with the walking in and whatever the line is as we walk in, and then if you're making that coffee and you're saying what you're saying, you know, so you know you kind of feel the space and see where you would find yourself to be, and how you know maybe even find out where you're going to sit down, when you're going to sit down. That's blocking. Like, all right, maybe you know, as I'm saying this, it makes sense to actually be sitting here. So I'll say, and then a lot of the times the lighting is done. Zoya would do this with us a lot. You know, she would have us block a scene. She'd have EP look at us, and when we did that, that's when I get my lines. I learn my lines.
Okay, so once you got the positioning and you know what the movement is between the other person, then you figure it out.
A lot of times an action is a cue for me to say a particular line, but I have to also forget that as a cue in order to be natural.
Yeah. It was fascinating to observe that, because I like, it was my first sort of spoken experience on a film set, and you really helped everyone around you feel comfortable and just be normal, and it was great.
Well, I mean, it's a selfish reason. I just want to get the job done.
Yeah, but it makes you look fucking good as well, though. If everyone's naturally and you're just like, yeah, I'm just talking shit to this guy, and I just continue and like, oh shit, he was acting the entire time. What? It's amazing.
No, I like to have fun. I like to have fun. I love what I do. I'm really thankful for it, and I'm like, the people around me are great, and so I just want to have fun when I'm there. You know, I do have my grumpy days, and I haven't always been chilled. It depends on really a set. I've had one film where it was me and the set. Like
what do you mean? Like you and the green screen, or what?
I completely isolated on one set. It was a horrible experience. On our saw how it was. So I've had some great experiences, and I've had some really horrible ones too. And yeah, you never know. I mean, you have to just conduct yourself. And I realized that I've never been necessarily one to be a diplomat, but I understand diplomacy. So you have to kind of balance things out. You can't just be all heart and ideal.
Yeah. Because you got to get the fucking job done as well, right? That's the other.
Also, yeah, key. Exactly. And in fact, sometimes people don't get my humor. One of the directors I worked with, Mudassar, he did this film Happy Bhagjagi with me. I remember he was like, you know, you don't realize this, but you say things, you just throw them off, expecting people to get it, but they think you actually mean it. And I've seen him in live tell someone, no, Abhay didn't mean it that way. And I was like, oh. Yeah, that was
like what? Give me an example. Give me an example.
People were taking me seriously a lot of the time. So I don't know what it is that...
Give me an example of that, of when your jokes have fucked up, misfired.
I think once was like, I was with Mudassar and Ali, my co-actor. And, you know, we had moved into a new hotel. And so me and Mudassar went to see Ali in his room. And I just said it as a joke. It wasn't even true, but it was just as a joke. I said, oh, your room's bigger than mine. And I'm not happy about this. And I just said it like expecting, like, you know, but then Mudassar was like, Ali, no, it's a joke. I thought Ali got it though, but you know, I'd say it like that. Like I would see that actor who's upset and hasn't got his
The diva flex.
Huh?
The diva flex.
The diva thing. Yeah, like on certain things I am a genuine diva, but on most things.
All right, here's a question then. What's the biggest diva fit that you've regretted that you've ever thrown? When you've been the ultimate shit and you're like, I really wish I wasn't that.
Oh, fuck. Put me in the spot. I was thinking of a good one. Yeah, I think there's been times when I'm like, I'm not happy with my van. It's not big enough.
With your van?
My van is the
I
van.
think you said your band. I was like, bastard, you had a van with 4 people in it on this film. What are you talking about? Okay, so your van.
There wasn't a van. I've done movies where I've had no van. Don't get me wrong, but it's like when I feel like it's a big budget movie, then I want all the luxuries.
You want the bells and whistles and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. But like if we're kind of have no money to make this movie, I go the other way too.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I was an extremist, but there's never a reason to be an extreme diva. You know what I mean? It's just really bad behavior. And yeah, I guess I was. I didn't know any better in the beginning, at least. You know, you're young. You feel, especially those insecurities, particularly in the industry. It's like, oh, XYZ is getting it. Why am I not getting it?
Right.
Because that's a measure of my success too.
And I'm guessing that because you've grown up in like an environment where you're used to seeing that, you kind of expect that as well.
Well, that was the more people's like your earlier question about how hard is it coming from a film family. Actually, it was growing up with a family that was written about and having all this attention.
Yeah.
So I actually hated. I grew up with a distaste for fame, yet I wanted to act. So I wanted to act, but I didn't want the fame to come with it.
So it was on your terms, basically.
On my terms, and I realized that was something that pushed me really far onto one extreme, and I realized, because you shouldn't hate anything. I hated fame. And I know what goes into being a star. You just have to have a lot of investment, talent for sure, but there's a lot of talent. Not every talent becomes a star. A star, it happens when you work with the right people and you invest millions of dollars in your marketing, and so I was always found that distasteful. Now I don't, but you have to balance things out. So
yeah, I think there's something to be said for that young punk approach, which is probably why I like you as a mate, is because that young kind of fuck you punk approach I can appreciate, because that's my whole jam is that I'm a punk,
That's very fine in the Western countries, but in our country, which is so traditionally centered, that fuck you rebellion is looked as disrespectful. Like you should listen to your elders. We
totally.
Know better. I mean, I've people who at one point said, no, we must change and we should do films that don't have song and dance, to becoming like, well, song and dance is the tradition, I mean, really, like, I know we have music in our culture, but, this is just Bollywood is just an extension of Nautanki, and that's just an old form of theater. We need to diversify from Nautanki, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, even then, it depends on what works, right? There's like the commercial aspects of it as well, and the kind of pressures of all of that. So.
And too, right? You do if you just kept making what works, then it'll just be, musicals in Bollywood and superhero films in Hollywood, and nothing else. You know this. I mean, you're in the music scene.
Yeah, but again, I think that's true. I have a healthy sort of disrespect for the establishment, but then the trick is to not become the establishment. That's the ultimate problem.
It's a trick, because in that endeavor, it would be arrogant to think you would not be affected.
As they say, like, what's it called? Not eat your heroes. Maybe it is eat your heroes, destroy your idols. I think what's the old
Never
thing?
meet idols. Never meet your idols.
Oh, there's that. But I think also like sort of like you should always just aim to not destroy, but kind of like move beyond, I guess, the archetypes and challenge them every way.
Well, yeah. I mean, I like to believe the people not that I idolize anyone as such, but there are people I look up to that they would be genuinely, through and through a gentleman, perhaps a gentlewoman in real life as well.
But I'm a massive Prince fan, obviously, as you can see. Hi, I love Prince, and I'm glad that I never met the guy. I'm so glad, because the propensity, not the potential for him to be an asshole is great.
I was just going to say after you finish that most artists are assholes. You'd think otherwise, but no, they're mostly assholes. And that's why it's like, I hope you're just really good, because you can take your assholeness if you're freaking talented, and I know that maybe it's whatever insecurity you have that makes you an asshole, but at least you direct it towards the talent you have. And if you have talent, you direct it into creating something beautiful.
Yeah.
But
It's like, that's why he's an asshole. That makes sense. Okay, fine.
yeah, like, but that doesn't mean I'll tolerate you. That doesn't mean I will. Like, I wouldn't go up to actors and actresses that I didn't know. No, I just wouldn't. I mean, it's just, for me anyway, it's not something I would like to do. Uh, uh, I did it with Shri Devi. It was really cute. Yeah, with her, just because I grew up watching her, and I always loved her. But yeah,
I love just like I just love the fact you went, I would never do that, but I did it once.
I did it once. Yeah. No, I did it more than once, actually.
Okay.
I did it more than once. I guess now that's why I wouldn't. But with Sri Devi was nice because she was just so cute. She was really quiet. She would never talk to anyone. But because I made that move, and every time I would see her, I would go like fanboy on her. She was always talkative and friendly with me. So even you also know a lot of actors, actresses, stars have guards because people, and it happens with me, they feel that they can, especially now with iPhones and cameras, you're just supposed to perform or on the click of a finger, just appease everyone. And you're not always having a good day. So there's that too, to be honest. There's people are human beings at the end of the day. And maybe some of them become assholes because it's their way of guarding themselves. But I still feel that there has to be another way because it's not healthy. It makes you more negative. I on the other hand, I mean, if I'm having a bad day, I'll be like, I'm really sorry right now, I can't. And I just make my way out. But
yeah.
Most of the time I'm friendly because I don't have any reason to be, I don't know, have walls.
Well, that's quite nice. That's actually it makes you more open. There's a question here that I'm just checking, all the questions that have come in. And there's one that I think is quite interesting. Fanax. It says, what are you reading right now, Abhay?
What am I reading right now? I'm actually not reading.
Oh, shit. There you go. There you go.
I'm actually not reading anything right now. I'm doing an online course on yoga, and I'm doing an online course on neuroplasticity. But
What?
I'm not reading anything. And then I've been painting as well nowadays.
What's neuroplasticity?
So your brain, you know how the saying goes, neurons that fire together, wire together?
Mm-hmm.
So that's physically true. When you do an activity and you do it long enough, there's wiring in your brain that helps do that activity easier, quicker. The brain thinks that's good for you, and that's why you keep doing it. That's why habits form.
But it's like any new job you take. You figure it out, and then you learn it, and it becomes easier and easier and easier and easier and easier.
Yeah, like the brain will remember, oh, this is where food is, or this habit made me feel good, so I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah.
That's how you roll a joint, and this is how it makes me feel, so I'm gonna do it again.
Oh, I'm gonna go. Actually, bro, hang on. How long have we been on this chat for? I really need to pee again.
Can you go pee?
Yeah.
In the middle of the show?
Yeah, I think so.
You're gonna take the phone with you?
I think I might leave it. Are you okay chatting on your own, or should we reconnect?
To myself?
Well, to people that are on this chat. Actually, I don't kind of want to leave you alone.
Neuroplasticity, then you can go.
The questions are really odd.
Says, if you can form new habits that form new wiring in the brain, and that's what it means by plasticity. Your brain, the nerves, they're malleable. You can shape them, and that's neuroplasticity. Now piss off.
No. I want to come back and continue this chapter.
So you want to call me back?
Yeah, I'll call you back.
All right.
You can have a pee break too. Bye.
Bye.
Hi. Okay, so, and that was kind of a good little break. Hey, Atul, how's it going, bruv? Hi, Nico, from New York. Yashaswini, how's it going? The star of the odds. Yeah. Sinbad, how's it going, bruv? I really hope Abhay rejoins this chat, because that'd be really embarrassing, me just going solo. Easy Ketan, how's it going? I should have maybe called Abhay and said I'm going back on. Maybe I'll just be on my own. Shit. Yeah. What I'm going to do is stop this and call him to say that I'm back on. Yeah. In fact, hold the line. I might just call him. Okay, shit. I just called him and he's going to come back on. Wow. This is ridiculous. You know what? The problem is... Hi. Lovely to see you guys. Yes. Basically, I came back on and then tried to call him just as he was going to rejoin this. Yeah, I know. The thing is, Anushka, hi, is that the whole point of this is to sort of challenge people's perceptions of a chat. There he is, Abhay. There we go. Requested me. Shit. Whoops. I'm getting a message left, right, and centre on my computer too, saying, "Don't be an idiot." Hey!
Hey! Confusion. Did you have a good piss?
I really did. It was lovely. I feel a lot more relieved.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So, anyway, we were on about
Where were we?
neurological pathways that learn from actions.
Sorry?
We were on about neurological pathways that learn from actions.
Yeah, neuroplasticity, yeah.
And so here's the point, is that I don't learn, because last week I needed to piss as well. And just dumped Shruti in the middle of it and went. And this week we've tried reconnecting.
You know, she's cool about that stuff. Don't be trying it with some of the other actors.
Oh, no, it's not dude, I only ever talk to people that I know. There's no way that I would do it to come on, this isn't a fucking interview. This is like a chat in a bar. Completely.
Yeah. But yeah, so you don't learn, you're saying.
Exactly. Well, I don't have the capacity for neuroplasticity.
Everybody does. But you may not have a brain, that's possible. In which case, yeah, you won't. If you need to have a brain there for it to have possibility to change.
You know, I love you too, bro. Thanks. My hair is really bad. Dude, how are you keeping your hair so voluminous in this time? Look at that. Have you had work done on your hair?
Transplant. Take it out from here and put it over here.
Really?
No, actually, there's this oil that I use. It makes hair grow in bunches, actually.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to hit you up about that because I'm balding like a coot.
Yeah. It's a new company I'm opening. So it's Magic Hair Formula.
This is you taking the piss now, right? See, I understand this because I'm British and I understand British comedy. And you're just a bastard.
Yeah. We kind of have a little bit. 200 years of you fucking Brits taking over us. Yeah.
Dude, what do you mean 200 of you Brits? That's why I'm here, you bastard. The whole reason is the Empire struck back. I came back over here for that very reason.
Well, most of the money went there anyway, so you might as well claim some of it.
I mean, you could talk, bastard. Have you seen your bloody mansion?
I'm talking about the money the Brits took from us.
And why do you think us brown people are in England?
Anyways.
I mean, come on. God, this really has turned into us in a bar shouting at each other, hasn't it?
But we agree. We think the same thing.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. But in very, very sort of similar ways. So someone's saying, please read the comments and look at the questions. Lots of, oh, this is awesome. This is awesome, dude. This is awesome. This is the best question.
Could you please tell the world Yash?
Yashaswini.
Oh, okay. So I don't know if you guys have not watched it yet, y'all haven't discovered Yash yet. And that's how much I love you, Yash. You made me so proud. And
what are you talking about, bro?
Well, Yash, the actress, no?
Yeah, but what are you saying if you guys haven't watched it yet, bastard? We have to tell people.
What are the odds? She's my star. Let's just put it that way. I'm talking about my actress, Yash, my star, and Karan, the two of them. Yeah, special place in my heart. Don't put me on the spot, Yash. I'm looking at you.
At you, Yash. But Yashaswini. No, but she hasn't cleared up what we're allowed to call her as a nickname. She hates Yash, apparently. So.
Yashaswini. Yay!
Yashaswini. Yashaswini.
Yashaswini.
Vinny.
Vinny.
Vinny?
Yeah.
Actually, Vivek could work, actually.
Let's just go, settle with Vivek.
So, just to clarify, why Abhay has agreed to talk to me and listen to my bollocks is because we are both in a film together called What Are the Odds, which is on Netflix right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Durga says hello. Hi, Durga.
I can't. God, I need glasses. Better ones than these.
Dude, you're wearing shades indoors. What the fuck do you expect?
These are indoor shades.
What, as in sunglasses from indoor?
Oh God, that was so bad.
See, I look
Ooh,
like a dickhead. You see?
it's the balding hair.
Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, bastard. You're right, though, it is. I need your magic juice.
You look like Anna Wintour. Put them back on. You look cool.
Nay. No, I won't hear the end of it. I won't hear the end of it.
I don't care. Like, you think people won't be making me hear the end of this? I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Okay, dude. Okay, this is a great a great question. There you go. Talk about a generic question. Who is your inspiration?
Who's my inspiration? Honestly, inspiration comes to me with the people I'm close to. Usually when I'm in a spot and someone helps me out, or I see someone I know really well overcome something. I think nothing is more inspiring than seeing people overcome adversity. But I know that's a Miss World answer, but it is the honest truth. But in terms of artists and performers, I used to love Philip Seymour Hoffman, but he's dead now.
You can love dead people. I love Prince. I mean, dude.
Philip Seymour Hoffman, Stanley Kubrick, also dead. Love Peter Sellers. You know, stuff like that. What else is about inspiration?
Like odd people, basically.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, I didn't think of it that way until I was old enough to see, because I loved them as I was a child. So, for Philip Seymour Hoffman, I was older when I discovered him.
Huh.
That old, but yeah, even as a kid, I was a fan of Kubrick and Peter Sellers.
Yeah, that's kind of an eclectic taste for a kid, dude.
But I didn't know what was eclectic. You know, I didn't have any context. I just liked what I saw.
Yeah.
You know, I guess with Peter Sellers would have been because of the party. I hadn't seen a.
Dude, Birdie Nerm.
Yeah, you know, I mean, but there was no. That was the first act ever done. Of course, it sounds a bit racist now, but back then it was never done. You know, nobody had ever done it. And I think he came really close to an authentic accent. I mean, he's more so than anybody I've seen today. And now I see, like, you know, bad Indian accents by Indian Americans in shows, and I'm like, oh, cringe.
Dude, can I ask you a question? I don't know how. I mean, I presume we're a similar age, because I don't, whatever. But
What?
have you seen Short Circuit 2?
No, but I knew the Short Circuit guy was an Indian. Even as a kid, I looked at him.
Dude,
I was like, this guy's not
okay.
Indian.
So everyone in England grew up thinking that was a fucking like proper brown actor.
No, because I'm born and raised in India, so I could hear his accent.
Okay. But over here, we were starved for brown people to fucking see outside of like Indian cinema.
And
so
I always figured, and I always knew Freddie Mercury was Indian too. I was like, no, even though he had a Western name, I was like, this guy's Indian. I mean, he just is.
Here's a question. There you go. Talking about people. There you go.
In the whole world. Favorite person in the whole world, right?
Who is Abhay Deol's favorite person in the whole world?
Right, yes, but a dog is not a person. Who's my right now? Megha, my director.
Megha Ramasamy.
Of What Are the Odds? She's my most favorite person at the moment.
Out on Netflix right now, which is why we're doing this chat. Yeah, it's fascinating seeing people expecting like a proper Bolly kind of conversation with us, and it's just me swearing at you.
Yeah, I know.
And the reason is Megha's film.
And the reason is, I wish I had some alcohol. You should have told me. I would have.
Dude, I did tell you. I told you on our phone call. And I said, do you have a drink? And you said, I've got pani.
I have water, yeah.
And by the way, someone just flew past on a comment, because there's a lot of comments. It said, they're asking if it's on Netflix worldwide. Yes, it is.
Yes. What are the odds on Netflix worldwide?
A lot of, hey, Pavan, how's it going, bruv? Pavan is the artist I shared with you, the blue dude.
Oh, Pavan, listen, I love your work, man. I want to meet you. And I believe you were in Goa for some time. So as soon as the flight's open, come, let's shoot some stuff. I have the camera, I have the equipment.
Yes.
We just go out and shoot and have fun.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
That's something that I've been keeping myself busy with also. It's just picked up the camera, directed a video, just for myself, nothing.
Dude, the things you sent me were professionally shot. Like, this isn't some amateur photography. It's fucking lovely. Like, the stuff you're doing is amazing.
Which did I send you the short? I made 3 short like
You
videos.
sent me a thing about a track that you went to Darren's place and you sent me something.
Ah, yeah.
All the shots were really lovely. I was like, okay, shit, homeboy knows what he's doing. Like, okay, proper.
I've never directed. I've never even thought too much about it.
Oh,
And
I bet, sorry.
I'm working on a project, a non-film project in Goa. It's a play. I won't talk too much about it yet, but it's to do a lot with art and healing and blah blah blah. So I had an artist, and I was like, I need to record this because this is the beginnings of great, I hope.
Yeah.
And I just put it together in a day. I was like, okay. And the DP I worked with is somebody I've worked with in the past. And yeah, got an editor, and they just went and we shot. You know, just kind of was spontaneous on it, and I had a lot of fun. So now I'm like, all right, this is actually good.
I want to do it. Yeah.
Not from a movie yet, but you know, music videos or something. But I know that my issue, I'm older now, so I'm a little wiser, hopefully. But my issue always is like, if it needs to connect, it needs to connect. Now I'm like, most of the things that connect to me are like, no, it won't work. You know, until you make it. That's been my journey for most of my movies. So with music, again, when I only reached out to 1 or 2 people, but I knew I can get more. And already,
I know I can get
we
more.
got the money for this already because it's a commercial track, and do you like this? And I'm just like, nah. And then even within a commercial track, I'm thinking non-commercial themes for the video.
Yeah, because you've got to give a shit about the work you're doing, right? That's the primary like drive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm ready to sell my soul a little bit, but not all of it. Yeah.
Speaking of a big up D, my musical husband is on the chat. Easy D.
Your musical husband? Oh,
yeah.
Nice to meet you. I didn't know you had a musical husband.
Dude, I have many husbands.
You're cheating on me?
Dude. Actually, hang on a second. There's loads of questions about your... Oh, hang on a second. There's loads of questions about if you're single or not. Loads of questions about, like... There's so many weird questions, dude. Like, so many odd questions. Like, who the fuck is this guy talking to you? Okay, here's a generic question that I think's really funny.
How has lockdown affected your daily routine? Actually, it's a good question because I have made the most of this lockdown. So I'm building a house in Goa, and for the months of Jan, Feb, March, I was like, right, it was right at the end of finishing it. So I threw all the money at it, thinking I'm going to be working in 6 months anyway. So let's just finish this. I'll get my next paycheck. And then suddenly everything shut down. I was 1 month away from completing the house. I have no work. I'm really broke. So I thought, you know, there's a reason for this.
Oh, is that why you've got this existential loving vibe about you? Because you're not fucking working. That explains it. Okay, what? Fine.
There's existential loving vibe.
Yeah.
Oh, that. Yeah, no, it's actually been building up for 3 years. I found the perfect shaman. I can put you in touch with her. She'll sort you out.
It's called COVID-19, yeah? Okay.
No, she's dead. But yeah, so I actually wake up at 5 in the morning without an alarm. I sleep at, look at the look on your face.
Yeah,
I sleep by 10 o'clock. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I cycle, I swim. The lockdown in Goa is partially open, so you know we can go out and cycle in the mornings. Haven't done the beach. Like I said, I've been doing some online courses. That was the question, right? What's your daily routine?
Yeah, how's your daily routine, James?
So I think it's divided between falling into my natural clock, as they call the circadian rhythm, waking at 5, sleeping at 10. Although it's beyond 10 now. Nerm's the only one who can keep me awake this long. And
so what she said.
And and then of course, you know, the courses like knowledge, expanding my mind with knowledge, and now with this directing thing, I guess since we can partially move around, perhaps I can also put some time into making just like weird small videos purely for myself. I'm entertaining myself.
Yeah. And you're entertaining yourself and you're making weird small videos. You sound like a dude on Tinder that everyone's going to complain about.
On Tinder? You make videos on Tinder? How do you put videos on Tinder?
I'm just completely. I don't fucking know. I'm making a joke, you basket. What?
Oh, it's terrible.
I mean, you're playing with yourself and making videos to please yourself. I mean, come on. How is there not a joke in that somewhere?
So yeah, so just like yeah, okay, like are you making porn? You know.
I mean, just say it. Destroy the magic immediately. I thought we had a vibe and you ruined it immediately. But actually,
I'm not always subtle or smooth. I'm sorry.
Well, there you go. But there's a few comments that are flying past that I find hilarious as a comic book nerd, which is the comparison of you and Mark Ruffalo.
I know. I get that all the time.
I don't see it at all.
He looks like me.
When he's big and green.
When he's big and green. Yeah, no, I get that a lot. I guess I could see that. I can see, not with the glasses on, but I can see that a lot of my friends say that as well. Even when he first started hitting the scene, I mean, since then, like, people have said, oh, there's this new actor and stuff like that. You look just like him and blah, blah, blah. So I can see that. But it's good. I love him. I mean, I think he's a really good actor.
So who's your favorite cartoon? Sorry, not cartoon. Who's your favorite superhero character?
I don't really watch superhero movies.
Man, fuck off, dude. You must have one superhero or some American archetypal, like, mythic figure that you might like. Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, Batman, something.
I mean, I grew up watching Star Wars and stuff like that. For me, it is like childhood memories and nostalgia.
Or is it all just Desi stuff? Because we have our own pantheon of legendary beings. So is it because of that?
Oh no, but those aren't I mean, we're talking superheroes. You're talking about movies and film. We're not talking about gods and goddesses. And
I'm not about story. I'm not about film specifically, or about any medium. Just the actual medium, dude.
Oh, in that case, no one can beat Shiva. I mean, come on. Nothing comes close to Shiva. I mean, come on. Yeah.
Maybe that's why we get on so well. The anti-establishment aspects.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you can't touch him. He's the Lord of Destruction.
Well, exactly.
Just so that we can start again, rebirth.
I mean, personally, it's like the god of drums, the god of dance, Nilakanta, which is obviously has its own narcotic references, and also the fact that like it's completely separate to all the other pantheon of devas, essentially. Very unto his own.
He's animalistic. You can't tame him. I think those are appealing. That's appealing because it kind of gives you this sense of freedom and reinventing yourself as you see yourself.
Totally.
Not the world sees you.
Totally get that.
And I think that the idea of us in our space, we naturally are doing that even when we try and make music that you wouldn't normally hear, or movies that you wouldn't normally see.
Absolutely. All blur genders. Exactly. Just like Durga. Can you see the question on the screen?
Oh, there's Durga. Will you give me an autograph? Will you do friendship with me? You're already my friendship. How many more friendships do you want? Durga. There you go. Durga is a powerful name. That's another powerful goddess. We have some really cool, powerful gods and goddesses. I mean, they're all elements. It's all nature, representation of that. And I think that's what I find really unique and special of what we have in Hinduism is it's only in this country if someone puts up vermilion and some powder and a white tick on a tree, another person walking by will bow to it. You know what I mean? Those symbols are enough to show a spiritual element, a godlike element to anything, whether it's a tree, or a temple. So I think that's kind of fun. How do we come here? We were talking about superheroes. Now we're talking about worship.
But the same thing.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same thing. Like the whole invention of an American history. The invention of an American mythology is what we're discussing, and why it's so all encompassing. But we as South Asians have our own mythologies to draw from.
Yeah, I mean, but the Greeks have their gods, no? I think Dionysus and Shiva are apparently the same thing.
Really?
Yeah, Dionysus and Shiva are one and the same. Thor and Indra,
Very
the
similar.
Nordic gods and the Hindu gods.
I'm just going to look up. I have this book on my desk, Great Goddesses, by Nikita Gill, who's like a poet, and she's joining me next week. This isn't a plug. This is not. This is completely unintentional. But Dionysus, she knows a lot. I'll ask her next week. It's fine. But I always thought that Shiva was way more ethereal and more complex and darker.
Obviously, culturally, it would have. I think the source is the same, and then as the people separated and developed their own cultures, they would have taken on those other different cultural aspects. But the source would be the same.
It's like when I first read the sort of story about Krishna being put in a basket, it was essentially the same as Moses. It's like a direct parallel.
Yeah, yeah, you can draw lots of parallels because ultimately, if you trace our history back, it will go back to the same source.
But here's the thing: is that do you think history is the same as mythology, or there's like some archetypal sort of storytelling narrative at the core?
Yeah, the way we tell stories has morphed and changed and evolved over time, and I imagine mythology would take from the truth because we would have had leaders and rulers and tribal kings and shamans and the whatnot, and they would have taken some form in the mythology of characters, and then it was human imagination um, to build nuance, to build moral teachings, within that space, and they would have taken on these fantastical forms. But I think we don't necessarily interpret things today as we did 1,000 years ago. So the way they interpret the Bhagavad Gita back then might be very different today. Hinduism has gone through many changes, uprisings and rebellions. Buddhism was a counter movement to Hinduism, and then eventually it got pulled into the pantheon of God.
Yeah.
Vishnu, when actually, historically speaking, he was against the caste system, which was introduced later in Hinduism. Because there was Varna, which is you have 4 Varnas, which is essentially the possibility you're one of these 4. It isn't a caste. Caste came later. Jati came later. So things change over time, and mythology would speak to the current cultural etiquette and norms.
I think there's something at it where mythology would turn into. This has gotten really deep. Maybe we should continue this offline. But but I still feel that there was a certain amount of homogenization is the word I'm looking for, where people of a certain belief were grouped into their various tribes, essentially.
Well, with us, the Indian subcontinent, there were small kingdoms spread out. It was never one country. The British actually made it into a country.
Exactly, and equally, it's about beliefs. So if Hinduism has so many disparate beliefs, to try and combine them and homogenize them is quite tricky.
That's Shivaites, you have Vaishnavites, you have all sorts. You have Nagas, you have many, because they were spread out around the subcontinent. So Hinduism was more. It's a Persian word. So actually, in its base, it's actually supposed to mean the people next to the river Indus, Hindu.
See,
so it was a geographical positioning.
Even that, I think, is under the Indus Valley civilization, for example, could be argued about taking integrity of that culture from the south. All these kind of different permutations coming in,
I mean, the history that I was taught was obviously the Aryans would have come from the north in the Indus Valley, and then the people who started the Indus Valley moved south. If you do archaeological, apparently there has been discoveries even in Tamil Nadu and stuff. I mean, this stuff has become political also.
Absolutely.
That people, did the Aryans come to India or did they leave India? Sanskrit is an Indian language. It's not Indo-European because, they want to own it. So again, today the mythology will be different. It was catered to.
But going back to the question of American mythological archetypes, I think I can see why they're so prevalent, because you've got like commerce and business behind them, but also they're freshly minted archetypes.
Yeah, they are to the times. But what's interesting is it's still just, it goes down to doing the same thing people did 1,000 years ago. We have Superman, Spider-Man, and Batman today. And we had our gods and goddesses 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
It's another kind of worship without knowing that they're worshiping it. You know.
Totally. And Luke Skywalker and all the rest of the archetypes. Yeah.
Are religious about the way they live their lives or about certain things. You know, they find it in some form or another.
Mm.
You know.
Yeah, totally. So you
Why
have no American archetype, basically.
supposed to like fuck around a little bit and be.
It is. You know, there's so many comments that are coming up saying, why the fuck are you guys talking to each other and not to us? Basically, you're joining me and Abhay in a bar talking shit. That's exactly the point of this conversation.
I would be speaking this stuff in a bar for sure.
So would I. So would I. And also, we're in a film together, which is out on Netflix right now called What Are the Odds?
What are the odds?
On Netflix.
Yeah, yeah.
Worldwide.
Mm.
Right. I'm going to take...
What's your plan now?
My plan is I've got another viewing with a bunch of my friends from New York.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I've had a bunch of crew from a bunch of my friends. Monica, for example, in Bombay. We had a viewing earlier, and then I'm talking to you, and then I've got a thing with my crew in America.
You call this a viewing, an interview, or interview?
No, dude, we're watching the film together.
Oh, okay, I misunderstood. I thought, what, you're calling an interview a view? Like, oh, okay. Like,
No, dude, a viewing, like as in we're watching the movie.
Oh, fun.
You're not at the center of everything in my life, Abhay, you basket. What the fuck?
You hurt me so much.
I'm sorry, dude. I do, and honestly, I go to bed with a picture of you above my bed so I can see you every night.
Oh, you promised.
No.
One day I'll take the mirror from my ceiling off and put your face there as well.
You have a mirror, you basket. But look, bro, thank you so much for joining me, man. I appreciate this.
Everybody.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I will. I want to come to Goa. We'll hook you up with Pavan, and we have to have a proper launch party.
My pool had Prince playing in the background too.
Sorry, what? What?
Didn't I send you the video of my pool?
Yeah.
And I had Prince playing in the background.
Huh. See, I didn't watch it with audio. I'll now go back and watch it with audio.
If it's the same video, I'm thinking, yeah, I had Prince playing in the back. I think I sent you the same one.
Dude, how many videos of you in a pool do you send to people? What the hell?
When I spoke to you, I sent it live. I actually shot it right there and then. But the one I do send people has Prince playing in the background. How funny, I'll send it to you.
So basically, you're sitting there in your pool, sending videos of yourself to all and sundry.
Yeah, because a lot of them are like cooped up in apartments and they're going mad and they can't leave. So when I send them stuff like this, it makes them even crazier.
I've got to send, there's an amazing comment that just flew past, which is the level of thirst comments we put to Abhay and he ignores them all is hilarious. That's just brilliant.
The level of what?
Thirst comments. Like how they're hungry for your, like you know, show nipple, show boob, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'll let in a little secret. I actually get really shy and scandalized easily, as dry as I can be. And yeah, my way of dealing with it is just to ignore it and go away. We act sometimes the people standing here and staring at you, you know, so we have to block that out. We become experts at.
I'm so glad that we met in different circumstances rather than me being thirsty towards you.
And you know, that's why I'm kind of upset, because that thirst, my love, like you don't give me any attention. And I'm frankly,
dude, the first time we met, I licked your face.
But
like so 15 times.
So are you just a cock tease then? I mean, is that what it is all about?
I mean, I don't know whether you're a cock. You're more of a hen. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm into gender binary, actually. I'm not into gender binary, but I'm just, you know, playing with Abhay here a little bit. You know what I mean?
But nice one. I couldn't come back on that one. On that beautiful note.
Big love, bruv. And congratulations on your movie.
Thank you.
What are the odds?
Thank you.
Big love, bro. See you soon.
Big love. Ciao.